BP naming a new CEO and reporting a record loss. ING analyst Jason Kenney joins us now on the phone with his reaction. Jason, we have three key developments here. Dudley is in, Hayward is out, BP taking a $32 billion charge related to the Gulf spill, and then more asset sales on the way. Does this all make up for this unresolved crisis in the Gulf?
I think we're going to see a reinvigorated BP over the next 5-6 months. We've got a new strategy in play, a fine-tuning of the portfolio. We've got a new CEO that's going to take command and control of the U.S. Gulf of Mexico. And the worst news for the company is now in play. We know their view of what the costs are going to be, what they can define at this time. The provisions were less than anticipated on a post-tax basis. I think there's a positive trading outlook for the company. But
Jason, we have not seen much of a reaction in the stock market. The average investor is probably saying, why would I even invest in a company that just lost $17 billion and still has issues to resolve in the Gulf?
Yeah, I mean, we've still got to get into the detail this afternoon with the analyst call. I think the U.S. traders, when they get in, will be happy that they have a new CEO, a new face in control of BP in the U.S. at least. Again, the worst news for the company is essentially over, as far as I can see. The leak is stopped.
Assuming we've seen the worst in the Gulf.
Yeah, assuming we've seen the worst in the Gulf. There's litigation still to come. We've heard BP's view that they don't feel there's a negligence on their behalf. And I think there will be multi-company liability and multi-company misconduct that will mean that BP's worst case is not going to be borne out.
Jason, before we go, $30 billion in asset sales. Any guesses on who the buyers of those assets could be?
Anybody and everybody, really. There's a lot of good assets in BP's portfolio, a lot of peripheral assets as far as BP are concerned. The best thing for BP is they can high grade early relative to their peer group. They can focus on value and even better profitability on the 2 to 3 year time frame.
And Jason, if BP found itself in a situation where it ultimately had to agree to some type of takeover, if things do get worse, are the moves today the kind that would make it attractive to a possible suitor?
At this kind of price, the underlying net asset value worth more than $250 billion versus a market cap of $110 billion. You know, other companies have to be looking at BP, but ultimately it doesn't suit the profile of being a victim. It's got a solid cash flow, good financial delivery on an underlying basis, and it can weather this storm on its own.
All right, Jason Kenney, thanks for your time. Jason Kenney of ING with his reaction to the latest developments out of BP.